Hey guys, it's Hink here. So I know there's always that doctors hate this one simple trick, but I actually have one simple trick for you that has been proven in the clinical setting to actually help to fight premature ejaculation and is proven to make you last longer with your female partner. The paper that we are going to discuss today is called Regular Penis Root Manipulation, a Novel Behavioral Therapy in the Treatment of Primary Premature Ejaculation. So guys, in this study, they actually found a way where you can clinically last 3 to 4 times longer with literally one simple trick that we're going to discuss today. Before we get into that, guys, very excited. I got my Acorn Gang merch, okay? So if you're interested, Acorn Gang, baby, gang, you can find it down below at the Hink store, okay? Get you some. Also, guys, before I continue, I made a whole other video about premature ejaculation, everything from the diagnosis, the different types, what types of medications, what other interventions that there are. So if you are interested in that, check out my video on how to last longer. And so, guys, the goal of this paper was to find a way without drugs, meaning without different types of antidepressants, basically, how to make people last longer, especially for guys that don't have access to the drugs or don't want to take those drugs, or medications, rather. And so, guys, it's actually pretty simple. According to the methods of this paper, step 1 was to become hard. Step 2 was basically to avoid stimulating any of the distal penile shaft, including the head of the penis, the glands of the penis, and anywhere in that area. So you're limited to just stimulating the bottom third of your penis. And you could take 1 or 2 thumbs along the base and just use basically circular motions, okay, with either one hand or the other hand. What they say is that continue that stimulation to continue basically that engorgement. And if you get to the point where you feel like you are going to climax, then stop. Wait for the sensation pass and then resume. To do that for 10 to 15 minutes, basically 3 times a week. And it can be done by yourself or it can be done with a partner. The results are seen here, okay? So prior to the study, if you look at where it says IELTs, that's intravaginal ejaculation latency time. It basically means how long does it take you to bust? And at baseline, it was somewhere between 30 to 60 seconds for these guys. But after using this technique for 3 months, and for some guys, it went as high as 300 seconds compared to 60 seconds or 240, 300, 180, 120. For most of these guys, it's either doubling, tripling, or sometimes even quadrupling the time. And so they had actually several theories as to how this works. Number one is they basically think that it's helping to reprogram your mind to think of different sensations and basically to improve your, what did they say? Develop a specialized synergistic ability of the peripheral and central nervous system to control the ejaculation. To me, that's a bunch of gobbledygook, okay? All right, so they're basically saying that it basically rewires your brain. The other thing, which I think has more credence, if you think about a typical encounter, okay, most of the stimulation is going to be in the glands and the more distal penile tissue. If you are focusing on that stimulation at your base where you typically don't get stimulation, that is going to help to, in a sense, reprogram your brain to enjoy that base stimulation more. You aren't getting stimulated as much with what you're used to during intercourse, and that can allow you to last longer. Now, guys, almost as important as lasting longer is, of course, having good erection quality. So, guys, what are my takeaways from this study? Well, number one, you can actually last longer with this one simple trick. And for some guys, being able to double, and I know for some guys, they're oh my gosh, I can't believe that 60 seconds. Guys, there are guys with severe premature ejaculation that can only last that long, if that. As you saw in the study, there were some guys who could only last 30 seconds. And so being able to double, triple, or quadruple that time, that's a game changer, okay? And so if you're interested in potentially trying to last longer, give this technique a shot. Try it 3 days a week, 10 to 15 minutes a day. I mean, it's easy, it's free, and it actually reminds me of some of those other techniques, if you know what I'm talking about. But you can give it a try, guys. And this is part of a series that I'm going to be doing on premature ejaculation because I've actually come across several papers that I think are very important on my Hink Fit channel, which I'm going to be going live with if it's not live already. Make sure you look out for that video because I have exercises that are also clinically proven to make you last significantly longer. So guys, that's going to do it for this one. Leave a like before you bounce. If you're interested in supporting me with either my enlargement course based on real science, adding up to 1.5 inches in length and 1 inch in girth, the link is in the description. Of course, my fabulous editor, Callie, all the ways to support him are in the links below as well, including links to all my supplements and even my merch, guys. All right, guys. Acorn Gang, baby. Acorn Gang, we out. Until the next, remember, there's nothing wrong with self-improvement, but you are enough just as you are. All right, guys. Peace and love.
Dr. Hink got the plug on the health, yeah. Got you thinking about your wealth, yeah. In his office, no stealth, yeah. Pinnacle of that below the belt, yeah. Checks and balance, he's managing. Working miracles, no damage. Got you covered, no panicking. Stay calm. In the clinic, no vanishing. Yeah, with Doc Hink, it's the way back.